Boxing Day in Nottingham and a change to tradition. Cardiff Devils are the visitors. Nottingham let a 2-goal lead slip through their fingers in Sheffield at the start of the Christmas period. Now they picked up a point, but with Coventry dropping a point at home to Hull and BMI Baby Elite League leaders Belfast dropping 4 with back-to-back defeats to the Basingstoke Bison, 2 points in Sheffield would have been a whole lot better for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. But we're still in third place and we're at the halfway stage of the BMI Baby Elite League race. And remember, a league race is a marathon, not a sprint. The visitors at last have some ice to call their own. They've got a load of games to make up, and if they won all of them, they'd be clear title favourites. So the best way to dent those ambitions would be to spoil their Christmas. And the best way to spoil their Christmas would be to beat them on Boxing Day. Can the GMB Panthers do that? We're about to find out. The home record for the Panthers has been dismal this year. It would be a good time to turn that around and get something going for the home fans. While you take a look at warm-up, we'll just remind you of the legal stuff. This DVD recording is sold under license for home and private use only. No copying of this DVD recording is permitted under law. Public showing or broadcasting by any means is strictly prohibited without the express written permission of the club.
So you're not going to be buying one of those Steelers bad shirts anytime soon?
Yeah.
And what was your first skate back out there like?
I felt like Bambi.
We're jealous of his hair.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it because yours is gorgeous like his, but...
Yeah. So, yeah. If you haven't seen the video, thank God it was bad cam work, because otherwise I probably would have got suspended for about 15 games.
I found an old program and a picture of him in there and photocopied it and gave it to him. I don't think he was too happy.
I don't know what happened to him over here, but it obviously wasn't good.
Oh.
Matt Darnell and Terry Young's son, Young Jr., on linesman's duty tonight. Andy Carson's the referee. It's BMI Baby Elite League action, Boxing Day at the National Ice Centre. And we're starting with David Clark and Matt Myers up front with Matus Patrico. Changing the lines, bit of a giveaway straight away. Rovnianek's the first goalie in action. Matrico turns it back. Fellow countryman Jan Krajcek brings it forward, drops it off. Danny Myers scored a blistering goal in Sheffield. But Nottingham gave away a 2-goal lead and lost in overtime. And they're struggling to get going here. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get going. Once you do get started and you make something happen. Matt Myers coming through all the way, gets it forward. Jan Krajcek puts the long stick forward. We're called for offside. And GMB Panthers coach Mike Ellis sends out his top line. Stevens, Cardarelli and McCaslin. Mike Rees has joined me in the box for a short while. He's got in-laws visiting him for Christmas. Mike, you had a skate today. How's the foot?
Yeah, the foot's coming along pretty good. Just another probably 10 days or so and we should be back to full strength and ready to get going out there.
I think it'll be sore tomorrow though. First time
yeah,
on.
oh, for sure it will be. That's for sure.
I think you'll be on the pink pain-killing bombs for the next couple of days, son.
That's for sure.
All right, Topliski with the puck for the Cardiff Devils. He gets it all the way forward, banks it off the glass. Through the legs of Rod Stewart, but Corey Nielsen mops up for Nottingham and gets it round the boards. And McCaslin's tip inside. Right onto the tape for Stevens, right on the tape for Joe Cardarelli, and it needed Topliski's stick to tip it upstairs and above the plexiglass and into the netting.
Beautiful pass from Stevie there.
And we've got Brad Voth behind the bench with Ed Patterson playing for the Cardiff Devils. Voth's been out injured and player coach Patterson's been taking the time on the ice, covering for the injured tough guy. There was a suggestion from the Cardiff camp that Voth would come back for this one, but maybe he didn't want to challenge for the heavyweight belt from Ryan Schmier. Fresh back from injury, but Patterson's still in the lineup. Cowley bringing it forward. He's robbed. Has his pocket picked by Jan Krajcek, and it's D to D with Myers and back to Krajcek. Well, the forward pass middle channel is too far forward for James Ferreira. Steve Simoes finishes his check. Dion Darling grabs hold of Steve Simoes. That could be one for future reference. Well, James Cook didn't mean to get it past the first guy and then couldn't get it to take it past the second guy. Richardson's shot, half blocked by Krajcek's stick. It runs around the top of the glass, on top of the boards next to the glass, and goes to safety. We had 3 or 4 do that against us last time out here at the National Ice Centre. Icing against the Cardiff Devils. Face off down beside the net of Ossia. Phil Ossia, 24-year-old, 6'1", American. Did you ever play against him, Mike? The goalie?
No, not that I remember playing against him at all, no.
Just announcing in the background that Mike's the only absentee for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Matt Myers wins the draw. Patrico gets it back to Nielsen. Nielsen sends it in low. Matt Myers leaves it for David Clark, the captain. Clark trying to work some space, drops it off for Nielsen. Nielsen floats it to the front. Backhand from Patrico. And the goalie had a pad down to block it, but I don't think he meant to.
No, I didn't even see that coming from Patrico. A little backhand, no looker, just ended up getting a pad on it. But like I say, you didn't even see that coming in from the corner at all.
So Myers with the draw. Taking the draw for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Ryan Schmier on the blue line. Been playing defence because the guy sitting next to me for a while, Mike Rees, out with that broken bone in the foot. But as we've already told you, he had his first skate today. Heck of a way to celebrate Christmas. Nice pass, and another nice pass gets it forward from Patrico to Clarkey. Clarkey winds up, caught offside. GMB Panthers caught offside as they go forward. And the McCaslin line comes into play. Tonight's game is sponsored by CH Sports, shirt supplies to the Nottingham Panthers, suppliers of ice hockey shirts and merchandise. It's a BMI Baby Elite League game, of course. Remember, this DVD is sold under license for home use only. Don't copy it, don't broadcast it in any way. That ricochets kindly for the Cardiff Devils. Joe Cardarelli goes over to hustle with Sample, who basically got a job with Cardiff when John Boy Phillips took his job at Sheffield. Twisting and turning from Smith, but it's gone all the way into the corner, and McCaslin sends it to Krajcek. Krajcek sends it forward. Rod Stevens gets a tip. There'll be no icing. It's into the crease area anyway, and Ossia has to cover up. Bit low key, Mike, for a Boxing Day game. Normally we play Sheffield on Boxing Day and have fireworks of one kind or another, but
yeah, I know the guys this morning had a good skate there, good high tempo this morning, get all that work, all the turkey out and all that good stuff. But like I say, this morning the guys are flying around and passing the puck around, tape to tape. So it was a good high tempo practice this morning. So these guys are ready to go tonight.
Coach Ellis going with 10 forwards at the moment. He's got Paul Moran on there with Ferreira and Simoes at the moment, with Schmier and Nielsen at the back. That'll be icing when it's touched by Corey Nielsen. We haven't had a penalty yet from Andy Carson. He was in high spirits when I talked to him, brought his wife and son to the game. The son got everything under the sun for Christmas, of course, as they do at that age. Mine are now 23 and 25 years of age, and they all got what they wanted as well from Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What did you get for Christmas, Mike?
Just a bunch of toys and all that good stuff.
Did you get a talking pen?
No, none of that.
I got a talking pen. We might have a go with that second, third period when you've gone back to the relatives.
For sure.
Moran squeezes it along the boards. He had 2 players on him, Cowley and Richardson. It's gone all the way down. Jared Adams is banged by Steve Simoes. Great work by Steve Simoes, wins it. Paul Moran goes in the corner and wins it. James Ferreira gets it in low behind, and Steve Simoes cycles in to get it. Steve Simoes has a luck, working his way around on the backhand, and then he fanned on the backhand. Great work to get it down the ice. Good hustle. And Nottingham bring it forward. Ferreira gets it in, winds up for the shot. It's a pad save, it's right in front. Corey Nielsen can't get onto it. Nottingham covering all bases, looking to change on the fly with the puck in low. Great shift from the GMB Nottingham Panthers. 16 minutes to go, first period. It's still goalless here at the fabulous National Ice Centre. Good interception. Danny Myers takes it in. Nottingham wants to, oh, the drop off was awful. Great play to intercept and take it forward. Meant to give it to David Clark, but didn't. Put a bow on it and gave it to the Cardiff Devils instead. Matt Myers can't get it out, but he's getting help now from Jan Krajcek. Krajcek circles. Nice backhand onto the skate of Matt Myers forward. His brother's the backup netminder, of course, for Cardiff. Clarkey takes it forward. Nottingham spoiled on a tripping call against Matt Myers. I just said Andy Carson hadn't called anything. No soft ones. That was a soft one. He was stretching for the puck, caught the guy under the skates.
Yeah, it's a pretty soft call there, but...
Well, the refs like to know people, like to let people know they're in town, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. They think they own the game. They think the fans come to watch them sometimes.
One or two of them do, don't they? One or two of them should wear green and white stripes so that the green spotlight could depict them even better. All right, Cardiff get the first power play of the night. Tripping the call, as we said, against Matt Myers. Oh, wicked bounce. It comes right to the front, and Ryan Schmier gets the stick in just in time to deny Paul Sample. Wicked bounce back off. Of course, it's plexi at the stage end of the ice here. It's not glass. It's not seamless glass. And because it's plexi, the stanchions. Sample's right in front. The puck's loose, and Nottingham jump to the defence and help.
Good battle by
Rastislav.
Good battle by Schmier in front of the net. They lift the guy's stick and get the puck out of there.
You can tell he used to be a goalie. He battled so well. There were miles offside there.
Oh.
A mile offside. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Mark Smith was about 2 yards offside, and the linesman, full of festive spirit, were feeling generous. Well, nothing came of it. We're halfway through the power play, or put another way, we're halfway through the kill by the GMB Nottingham Panthers. David Clark takes over from Rod Stevens on the fly. Deflects off Jan Krajcek's stick. Oh, the rebounds are coming off Rusty tonight. He gets back up, though, and makes a great save to deny the blast from the slot coming in from Rempel. Rempel notorious on the power play. And his time with various teams. He's played at Bracknell. Of course, coach Mike Ellis knows all about him. Squirts all the way along and through the defence of Rempel. Matus Petrico doing the forechecking. Falls over, but he's killed a few seconds of it. We've got 23 to go on the penalty to Matt Myers. David Clark deals with a big hit coming in from Rempel. Rempel jumped into the hit, which was dumb in my opinion, because it meant he had nothing to balance himself with,
right.
And Clarkey was set and sent down. This penalty's just about over in the last 5 seconds. Corey Nielsen bangs it round the glass, but it's picked off by Ianazzo. It's round and bouncing. Cowley getting a little bit physical, but Rastislav covers up eventually, spreads down. Panthers back to full strength. He's brought a lot of confidence to the squad, hasn't he, the new goalie, Mike?
Oh, for sure. Like being a defenseman out there, and every time you go back with the puck, never know what's going to happen. But with Rusty back there, like I say, you were saying, this puts a lot of confidence in the D and especially the whole team.
And we wish Evan Lindsay all the best. It just didn't work out for him. Oh, this one's loose again. Sample's down. Well, Nottingham have knocked bodies over rather than let them get shots, and that's always a good thing. That one ricochets off someone's backside. And Steve Simoes helps it along the way, and it bounces, and Ferreira gets it forward. Had a good tournament with the GB Juniors, came away with a bronze medal. Offside, that's got to go the other end. I always feel they have to go the other end when the whistle goes that long after the play.
Yeah, they should, but it's not like a deliberate offside. They don't do that, I guess. But
well, they should.
Yeah, I hear
that's
you.
what the rules say. I mean, the linesmen only have 2 or 3 rules to worry about, don't they, Mike?
Exactly.
And we paint lines on the ice to help them. It's not like soccer where you have to actually work out whether they're level or not.
Yeah.
Chip forward by Cardarelli. McCaslin right to Rod Stevens, and Rod Stevens squirts it through the 5-hole. 12:52 to go first period, and the GMB Panthers kill a penalty, build on the momentum, and take the lead. Great job. Super chip forward to McCaslin. Great pass to Stevens, and Stevens just forced it over the line. 7:08 gone. Stewart from McCaslin, and Cardarelli. Panthers take the lead.
Yeah, beautiful passing all the way around. Good heads up on both those guys, and especially McCaz with a good pass over to Stevens.
And he was just determined to force it in one way or another. Osseo went down, but he just whacked it so hard it bounced around. Now he's got a chance to keep it in the zone, and he does. Dion Darling's attempted clearance is picked off. It's just behind Joe Cardarelli. On a giveaway by Dion Darling, the former Panther. Krajcek's stick was a long way out, so it was forcing Ian Azzo to do the things he didn't want. Oh, Danny Myers just circled there, got lucky, comes back to him. Now he gets a chance to rim it round. Good play. McCaslin brings it over halfway and dumps it in, and the goal scoring line goes for a break. And that's icing, so we get a face-off deep in Devils territory. I'm expecting Chris Ellis from BBC Radio Nottingham to join us in the commentary box as soon as he's finished work on air. But of course we've started with a 5 o'clock face-off on Boxing Day, so he might be tied up through the first period. And then Risa will get off to talk to the in-laws who've flown in for a visit. Of course they were hoping to see you play, weren't they?
Yeah, pretty much, but obviously with this foot injury,
they ain't going to see much of that.
exactly.
Where are they from?
From Texas, San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, well, they won't be missing any snow then.
Heck no.
This will be cold for them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, Corey Nielsen tries to deal with the Cardiff Devils attack and does enough to force them to give it away. And David Clark banks it off the boards for Patrico to chase in. Panthers caught offside. And it's a face-off just in Panthers territory. 11:36 to go, first period in tonight's game, sponsored by CH Sports. The C stands for Corky. I still don't know his real name. And the H stands for Hicksy, Michael Hicks, the referee. I know his name, but I don't often use it. Sometimes call him other things. That'll be icing. Just touch it, Jan. Thank you. Let's go down the other end and have a game. So it's CH Sports sponsoring tonight's BMI Baby Elite League. A healthy crowd in for Boxing Day in the end. Fans have been superb this year, to be honest, Mike, supporting us, because we haven't been doing our best stuff at home. We've been strutting our stuff on the road quite well, but at home we haven't been top draw attraction, and they've stuck by us and they're staying within, hopefully. We're only at the halfway stage of what is a marathon, the league race, yeah?
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll get things going here second half. And
Danny Myers tries a bit of fancy footwork, and Cardiff get it forward. They lose it, but then regroup centre ice. And this time Cookie's footwork is better. Oh, Paul Moran's backhand pass to the slot area is picked off. Cookie couldn't get to it. Richardson drops it off for Rempel. Rempel's attempted centering pass is picked off. And Krajcek uses the boards to try and clear the danger. Doesn't, but it bounces over the stick of Cowley. Paul Moran poke checks him. Cardiff have it in the corner. Paul Moran has a chance to clear and uses the boards and just takes the sensible, let's take a whistle, boys. We've been out here a long time. Let's get a breather. 10:35 to go.
nothing wrong with the icing too, especially when things aren't going good. Just get it out and regroup and get right back at it.
And sometimes you look around, don't you, if you're a smart player and you see, well, he's not in position, crikey, I'm way out of position, I'm back here when I want to be out at point, covering the point man, so let's just whack it down the ice, get a face off, get the whistle.
For sure, that's the only thing to do. No point in...
Jason Stone, long range, sticked up into the air by Rastislav, and then he deals with the shot on the rebound coming in. Paul Moran pokes it through the legs of Stone. Ian Azor tries to... Oh, it's a clever play by Coach Patterson, and Nottingham get lucky, but now they're steaming the other way. Joe Cardarelli right across off the boards. Can McCaslin get there? Yes, he can. Stone whacks his feet away. Zero tolerance? Oh, I don't know what memo they're working off now. Okay, Sean McCaslin has it in low. Circles, then he's denied by Dion Darling. Rod Stevens twists and turns. McCaslin can't get it, but it's found its way back to Rod Stevens. Corey Nielsen threatens to go in the corner to help. It goes to the corner to Joe Cardarelli. Ryan Schmier right across the face of goal. Just needed one of those sweet reverse little tips. McCaslin gets a chance to take it forward though, has a look. Tries to centre it, it's all the way to Rod Stevens. Rod Stevens squirts one just past the right post. 9:30 to go first period. Panthers leading by a goal to nil, and it was so close to 2. Cardiff get a chance. Long range poke check from Corey Nielsen. Denies Ian Azzo. Well, McCaslin's forward pass to Matt Myers is picked off. Berbrea scored some big goals for Cardiff already this year. Knocks Matt Myers down. Gets the puck to Paul Sample. Sample drops it off to Berbrea. Matt Myers wins it back. Then he's robbed by Berbrea. Then with help from Danny Myers. Can Nottingham get it out? No, it's with Smith. Smith centres it. It bounces around though. Teplisky keeps it in the zone. Berbrea in the corner. Corey Nielsen thwacks at it. Gets a piece of it. Matt Myers can't get control. Berbrea lines up for the shot. Can't pull the trigger. And it just floats through his legs. And Danny Myers turns and backhands it down the ice. Smith has a look. The cavalry's coming. Oh, it squirts around. Steve Simoes is robbed because he never really had possession. Jan Krajcek fakes the slot down the left channel and comes down the right channel himself. Soft one forward. Smith takes it out of mid-air, but 3 Panthers, like bees round a honeypot, get it down low where they want it. Steve Simoes holds Dion Darling up on the boards, and they whack it down the ice for an icing whistle. That'll do. That takes the play all the way back to Ossua's end of the ice.
Yeah, watching this line out here with Simoes and Miranda and Ferrero, they tell you every time they get the puck in deep, their diva don't want to go back and get it because they know Simmer's going to run them over. Just you can watch them on this. They don't want to go back and get the puck.
Well, Dion played with Paul Moran last year, and the first thing he said was, "Thank goodness I've come to Nottingham because Paul Moran, at least he won't be whacking me with his stick during a game." And Paul said, "Yeah, I'll just do it at training instead."
Yeah.
He knows what's coming. Having said that, Paul's been carrying those shoulder injuries all year as well. He's got to be a bit careful.
Yeah.
Right across to Cowley. Cowley right to the back post. And Rastislav was calling for help from his teammates there. Somebody help me, help me, help me. Well, Paul Moran tries to tie Dion Darling up in the corner. Darling beats him this time and comes out, walks to the front. Soft shot, dealt with. But you are only allowed to play with 5 players, and they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. It's got to be a too many men call against Cardiff. Oh no, they pulled the keeper. I didn't see the arm go up. It was a delayed penalty coming in.
I think we got 2 minutes for interference there for Fiera.
Yeah. Well, Cardiff get a power play opportunity to get right back into the game, and it is James Ferreira off for interference. 7:16 to go the first period, sponsored by CH Sports for ice hockey shirts and merchandise. Great win of the draw though by Matt Myers. That's what he was on there for. Takes it straight off coach Ed Patterson's stick, back to Jan Krajcek. Jan Krajcek fires it down the ice, but there's only 10 seconds gone on the kill. Gerard Adams, no way past Matt Myers. Of course, Matt Myers from Cardiff. Also fakes the chip into the corner and instead gets it forward for the Devils. Richardson all the way round. Soft one off the boards from David Clark. Inside to Jan Krajcek. Jan Krajcek fakes the big shot, goes round Adams. Shoots one in. Blocker save. Jan Krajcek goes for a change. Corey Nielsen takes his place behind the play. And Gerard Adams is waiting for the regrouping to be completed, and then the pass jumps over the stick and it's given away by the Cardiff Devils, and Nottingham have a chance to clear. A bit of power play for the Cardiff Devils, and the soft one from Corey Nielsen goes all the way down the ice. Rod Stevens gets there to Harry and Harry Osser. Dion Darling plays it backwards off the boards. His feet were twitching a bit if his head wasn't, but he got away with it. Now good hustle on the boards. Petrico with Sample, and then Petrico kicks it down the ice. They can play soccer in Czechoslovakia and Slovakia as well. Looking good so far on the kill. Less than 40 seconds to go on the power play. Corey Nielsen caught a bit flat-footed though. The pass to the back door runs off the stick of Paul Sample. Ryan Schmee gets a piece of it and squirts it low. Sean McCaslin just tried to tip it past. Whack it out the zone. First things first. That's the way. Patrico shows the way. Into the big glove. He's got his new glove in, hasn't he?
Yeah, they got some new equipment on there.
Yeah, he's got the big lobster pot on there.
I think he's the only goalie I know that still goes with the old school mask too.
Yeah. Well, it's the helmet, isn't it? He has to have that mask because he goes with the old Cooper helmet.
Yeah.
That took some finding. You had to find a very old store. Here come Cardiff Devils in close, but Rusty slams the door closed on the short side. 5:05 to go first period. G&B Panthers leading by a 0-0. Game's picked up a pace or two, Mike. They were feeling each other out like boxers at the start of the game, wasn't it? Almost as if is anything going to kick off here or whatever, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody's seeing what type of game each one's bringing out here, and so each team can adapt to what kind of systems they're going to use against each other.
Little delay while they fish a helmet off the ice at the Cardiff bench, way behind the play. They finally get it over. I mean, like somebody couldn't climb over the boards and use a hand.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, that would have worked. 5 minutes to go, first period. Jimmy Panthers with their nose in front. Well, a nice deke through his own legs by Danny Myers, but eventually we just have to whack it round the boards to get it out of the zone. Krajcek fakes the big whack and then gets it across to Myers. Myers up the boards. Paul Moran strays in ahead of the puck. Just needed a bit more steam on those passes. If you're gonna try and hit the guy on the high post, you got to send a hard one, haven't you, Mike?
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to get through all those guys, and
if the guy can take it, great. If he just tips it, it's not icing. You're in business.
oh, exactly. Yeah, you never want to give a sour pass up the middle. That's for sure.
Yeah, let's not deliver any pizzas up middle channel tonight, boys. Ryan Schmee, one hands. Richardson flicks it around. Those bouncing ones are the ones that Matt Myers deals with the best. He gets it all the way down to the side, right to the front. It's in the back of the net. He's given the goal. The lights come on. David Clark running interference, riding shotgun. And Matt Myers has scored against Cardiff for us from the corner before. I don't think anyone else touched that. I think that went in off a D-man or the keeper. And Matt Myers should get the credit. 4:22 to go first period. It's in the back of the net. Ottawa still having words with the linesman. The referee has given the goal. And the goal judge that didn't put the light on last week when we scored a perfectly good goal has slipped one on tonight. 4:22 to go first period. Sponsored by CH Sports and the BMI Baby Elite League. G&B Panthers 2, Cardiff Devils 0.
That was a good play by Matty Myers, and like Clark, you way to drive the net and you shoot the puck towards the net. You never know what'll happen, and we got a goal off it.
That's exactly the case, isn't it, Mike? It doesn't matter whether you're playing Pee-wee hockey or senior pro hockey in the NHL. If there's nothing on, throw it to the front of the net. You never know what might happen.
That's exactly right. Oh, I guess David Clark did get that goal there.
Well, they're giving Clarkey the credit for a bit of a tip. You'll have to rewind the DVD and have a real good look at it in slow-mo, hitting that pause button just to see how it goes in, because from 300 feet away, I don't care how it got in. I'm just glad it went in.
Exactly.
The first period of tonight's game is sponsored by CH Sports, hockey shirts and merchandise. Is there any voice with the traffic support of the Devils? And let's hear a roar for your G&B Nottingham Panthers!
Corey Nielsen with the puck for Nottingham. Gets it forward. McCaslin half takes control. And then the D-man whacks it off his stick, but it's over Dion Darling, and McCaslin goes back, gets it forward. This will go in. Has to go in from Joe Cardarelli, and it doesn't. I'd have bet my house on him scoring from there. Bet my house on it. We got it back. Joe Cardarelli, fans on the attempt to McCaslin. Oh, it comes off Dion Darling's leg. Now they're on a penalty. Cardiff take a penalty for slashing, hooking. Dion Darling goes for hooking Panthers goal at the power play, 3:27 to go. Lots of pressure, lots of momentum coming, and it's coming from the fact that all the lines are chasing down the pucks, Mike.
Oh yeah, for sure. You get all three lines going out there. It makes it a lot quicker, faster game, and each line feeds off the other line to keep this game rolling and the tempo up.
Well, it's Max Burbreyer sitting down for the penalty, not Dion Darling.
Devils, number 25, Max Beerbreyer, 2 minutes for hooking.
If he's starting to look like Dion Darling, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
And yes, I would say it to his face. All right, Jan Krajcek has it. Nottingham looking to regroup, get it going. This is what practice is all about. Onto the tape, Matt Myers. He holds off Richardson. David Clark goes in, rides shotgun, goes down low. Myers back to the blue line, back to Myers from Corey Nielsen. Circles, has he got room for the shot? No, gets it into the corner to David Clark, back to Matt Myers. Squirts it forward. Clarkey gets it back to Matt Myers, one step and shoot. Oh, right at the back post. Jan Krajcek just needed to steer it. He's trying to keep control of the puck and does beautifully. Nottingham have a chance again. Matt Myers tries to squirt it all the way through to the back post, can't, and Richardson gets a chance to clear and finish the job. He and Cowley go to the bench. Dion Darling comes on. Penalty kill duty for the Cardiff Devils. Patterson, the coach, giving himself ice time on the kill. Flying check from 87, which is Lucas Komarek. No damage done to Rod Stevens. 2:06 to go first period. Nottingham on the power play for another 39 seconds. They lead by 2-0. Great first goal. Scruffiest, grubbiest second goal you'll see all season, but who cares?
But that's the way it's been going, though, for the first little bit of part of the season. We couldn't even, or for the midway through that little break we were having, not getting too many goals or anything. We just couldn't score it. It's nice to see a goal just go in from just a pass in front of the net, go off somebody and go in. We start needing some of those lucky bounces.
Cardiff's attempt to clear the zone, picked off by Danny Myers. It's all the way back. Oh, Jan Krajcek into the danger area. McCaslin gets a touch. It goes just wide. Kowalczyk, no one knows. It nearly hit our doctor. Nearly hit our doctor at the far end of the bench. And the dentist picks it up and has a look and throws it over to Anne, Brian Tansley's partner, and he passes it along to a young kid in the crowd. Panthers lead by 2-0, 1:47 to go. Patterson penalised at the face-off by referee Andy Carson. Clock's not moved. Cardarelli taking the draw again, this time against Smith. This time Cardarelli wins it. Jan Krajcek stretches out, keeps it inside the blue zone, inside the attack zone. Dion Darling has a couple of Panthers around him, and eventually between them, they work the wall well enough to get possession, do they? McCaslin trying to pitchfork it out from under Patterson's feet. Patterson doesn't care, he's running the clock down, but it's with Joe Cardarelli. Now it's back, good snapshot from Cardarelli on the feed from Danny Myers, back to the crease area, no one there, and Jan Krajcek didn't see. Forward pass sends Smith in. Danny Myers goes down, Rovnianek goes down, and Burbreyer misses the empty net at the back door. Jan Krajcek needs to get it across, and he does too. Sean McCaslin's shot just off target. Keeper Osua can't get to it with the blocker. Cardiff with a bit of momentum. Teplitsky gets it forward. Paul Moran corrals him and gets hold of the puck and spoils the centering pass and then runs it around the boards to Steve Seymours. Good work. He sends it forward. James Ferreira in a foot race. Doesn't get there but spoils the icing. And eventually it's rolled all along on top of the boards again. Ryan Schmier dealing with Cowley. And deals with him well and gets it across to Corey Nielsen. Corey Nielsen has a luck. Steve Seymours and Paul Moran bringing it forward. Paul Moran centre ice, tries to flick it forward to Seymours. It's picked off. Now Simos has a chance to bring it forward, and he sends the diagonal dump in. Matt Myers and Paul Moran chasing it down. Richardson is there. Matt Myers wins possession, but he's got his stick tied up by Richardson. There's the hooter. Good first period for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Everyone has a good look at each other. My thanks to Mike Rees for joining us. I think he's off to join the in-laws, and hopefully Chris Ellis will join us second period. 20 minutes gone. Tonight's game sponsored by CH Sports. Nottingham were 2-0 up in Sheffield and then let it slip through their fingers. Hopefully they won't do the same today, Boxing Day. It's GMB Panthers 2, Cardiff Devils 0 at the end of the first period.
The players will be back after this short message from our headline sponsor. We know it's interrupting the interesting bit, but bear with us. We think you'll like this. Do you have a mortgage? Are you thinking about getting on the property ladder? Would you like to check if you could pay less on your monthly repayments? Then why not talk to Nottingham Mortgage Services? When you get mortgage advice from us, we won't just find you deals offered by only one lender. We search thousands of mortgages from over 60 lenders to find the right deal for you. Visit thenottingham.com to find out more or request a callback. Everything can be done from the comfort and convenience of your own home. Now back to the Nottingham Panthers.
Second period of tonight's EIHL League game, sponsored by CH Sports, hockey shirts and
2-0 Nottingham at the start of the second period. And it's Patrico, Myers and Clark to start the session for the GMB Panthers, who will be looking to do a lot better than they did when they were 2-0 up in Sheffield at the start of the Christmas period. Now Mike Rees could well rejoin me in the box because there's no sign of Chris Ellis. He's probably got a hangover knowing Chris Ellis. He's actually probably working, whatever. But can Nottingham maintain the pressure? Good healthy crowd in the middle 4,000s, 4,500 and a bit. They've been out on the concourse wishing everybody a happy Christmas and hoping that it continues to be so. Crucial run of games for the GMB Panthers now. Mike Rees does rejoin me. Just saying, Mike, it's a crucial run of games now tonight in Belfast and in Cardiff. If Panthers could pick up those 6 points and make it 7 out of 8 across Christmas, momentum, confidence and physically points in the league standings would stand everyone in good stead.
Oh, for sure. You know, every point's crucial from now on the way to the end of the year. So any points we can pick up now until the end of the year to catch Belfast is great, and then hopefully near the end we can pass them up.
And as I said at the top of the show, as we're waiting for the ice just to finish off drying in the corner there, I think we're just about ready. Andy Carson's about to drop the puck. But of course these guys, Cardiff, with so many games in hand, they'd be top of the table if they won their games in hand, so it's vital to take points off them.
Yeah, anytime you can take points off these guys that haven't played that many games is always good, plus they're in good standing anyways. So
Smith beats Myers at the draw at the start of the second period. Nottingham working it down the wall. Smith goes back though. Gets it back. And the defence get it forward. Onto the tape of Smith. They've come out fired up. Can't get the tip in front though. Bubrea. And Patrico has a chance to take it forward for Nottingham. Patrico's shot squirts off Kamarek's stick. Goes wide. Dion Darling can only get it into the corner. David Clark deals with the jump hit and gets the puck back to point, and Osua makes a good enough save and hangs on to take the whistle. We gave Andy Worth, Regional Secretary of the GMB Union, our main sponsor, one of the special anniversary shirts. He's wearing it tonight. It says Worth #1 on the back. Big supporter, of course. And he said, I'm wearing it as a one-off. I said, if we win tonight, you're wearing it until we lose. Penalty coming up against Nottingham for interference. Corey Nielsen to take a little rest in the penalty box. The home box sponsored by Solutions for Accounting. 19:09 to go, second period. How were the boys when they came into training, Mike, after giving up a 2-0 lead in Sheffield?
Yeah, no, the boys are always ready to go and everything. So just, I know Sheffield's a good, solid team too. So you never know what can happen. But they say in hockey, the 2-goal lead's the worst lead in hockey. So
we better score one short-handed here then.
Yeah.
Well, after a break short-handed one way, Cardiff have come the other. I think that's Cowley with good stick handling. Or one of the Richardsons. Yeah, it's one of the Richardsons. He's kept it in low for Cardiff. Iheanacho right to the crease area. Richardson can't get the shot away. It squirts off his skate and goes into the corner. Rempel keeps it in the zone, but Jan Krajicek gets a piece of it and then tries to poke it along the boards. And with help from Cardarelli, they do get it to the boards. And Sean McCaslin deftly, softly chips it down the ice.
Yeah, good little play there. Just chip it off, get it out.
The tip from Sample gets it all the way down. Rovnianek gets it round the boards, but only as far as Teplitsky at point. He scored a few goals from the blue line this year, Teplitsky. Won a few Man of the Match awards. Krajicek gets a piece of it. Gerard Adams takes it out of the air. Nanny Myers can't reach that one. Sample gets it back to Smith. Smith falls over himself. Danny Myers has time, gets it forward. Steve Simos gets it into the zone. Still got it. He's gone all the way through, and it needed the poke check from Gerard Adams. All it needed was a directional push on the puck, and it would have ended up in the back of the net. I think Stevie couldn't believe he'd got all the way through.
Well, he just split the 3 guys there. It's unbelievable play.
Last 10 seconds on the kill. Corey Nielsen about to rejoin the play.
The Panthers are back to full strength.
Corey Nielsen has it, 2-on-1. Nielsen and Patrico. Nielsen with the shot, pad save. Patrico can't get to the rebound, fires it right across the face. David Clark tries to set up Corey Nielsen. It's back to David Clark. David Clark, soft one, juggled and then covered up.
I don't think you've seen that. Got deflected by Patrico there. He didn't even see it coming through.
Good kill by Nottingham, still 2-0 to the good. They outshot the visitors 15-11 first period. Good way to shake off the Christmas blues. I know everyone loves Christmas Day, but then come Boxing Day, when you visited the relatives and everything, it can start to get a bit wearing and a bit weary. And you can see a lot of people have taken the advice we've been giving on the radio and then in the papers and what have you. Get yourself down here, this will cheer you up. Corey Nielsen, long range. Ossoa, a little bit deeper than he has been playing, right in the middle of his crease area there. Normally comes a long way out of his net to cut down the angles. 16:44 to go, second period. Everyone looking a little taller in the gold shirts at the moment. It's back to the blue line. Ryan Schmier, long range, just off target.
I don't think the goalie even seen that shot either from the point.
Well, it's a penalty for high sticks against the Cardiff Devils.
Looks like the Panthers did a good job crashing the net from shots from the point. They give the goalie nothing to really see.
You've got a screen. This keeper particularly does not like people arriving uninvited in the office.
That's for sure.
Should have made an appointment. He's not happy about being at the office on Boxing Day anyway.
Yeah.
Penalty box is sponsored by SDS.
And Ed Patterson has a reputation when the going gets tough of dropping to 2 lines and overplaying himself. I can understand the mindset where that comes from, though. When you're a coach, you just want to be out there trying to do what you can.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Cardiff bring it forward. It runs off the stick of Smith. And Cardarelli cleverly uses the boards to get it to Krajicek. Krajicek uses the boards to get it to Nielsen. Nielsen sends it forward to Cardarelli. There's that diagonal dump again. Rod Stevens gets to it first. Fans on his attempt to dump it in low, but eventually, with help from Cardarelli, they've got it to McCaslin. McCaslin has a look. Can he get it back to Krajicek? Krajicek's shaping up for the shot. Has a look. He's got time. Bounces off him. I don't know what. He's given the face-off in the zone. So I think it was a mistake from Carson, and I think that signal with the arms up, like the Angel of the North, is an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
from him. So they're missing 6'5" Brad Voth, and they've replaced him with Ed Patterson. Well, the sponsors, CH Sports, are based in Cardiff as well. They're Cardiff fans really at heart. David Clark's shot ricochets off to Plitsky. Matt Myers fakes as though he's going to set point up. Now gives it to Clark. Myers back to Clark. Clark fakes the shot. Danny Myers on the blue line. Matt Myers beyond the goal line. Here's Matt Myers. Comes across the back of the net. Halfway through the power play, Nielsen twice fakes the soft shot, gets it forward to Danny Myers. Danny Myers into Patrico. Patrico has time, gives it to Clarkey. Clarkey to Corey Nielsen. It's high, it's wide. It bounces over the stick of Danny Myers, and Cardiff clear it. But Corey Nielsen gets it rink wide to David Clark, who sends it in. There's another one of those wicked bounces off the stanchion. Corey Nielsen gets a piece of it and just sets it up really for one of the Richardsons, 17, which is Mark, I think. Nottingham caught offside. You've got Mark Richardson and his brother Lee. Mark gets the lion's share of the ice time between the brothers. Just 18 seconds to go on the kill. And with a handful of Cardiff fans in, some 4,500 Nottingham sports fans hoping for a late Christmas present in the shape of 2 BMI Baby Elite League points tonight. Rovnianek gives it to Krycek. Smith forechecking, harrying. Good pass from Danny Myers out to Sean McCaslin. Sean McCaslin, fans on the backhand, and Devils get back to full strength. They're coming forward 3-on-3. Smith turns away from the hit from Krycek. Sample was free at the back door, but McCaslin was getting across there. Mark Richardson gets it right in the far corner. Sample can't keep it. Cardarelli gets it forward. McCaslin gets it over the blue line. Tries rink wide to find Stevens. Can Stevens get there? No. He's beaten by Komarec. Komarec gets it right onto the tape of Smith, centre channel. His shot comes off Jan Krycek's ankle. I hope he's got padding low down. Well, Danny Myers blocked the attempted pass and didn't know it, then found it at his feet, and eventually Nottingham get it forward to Sean McCaslin. Sean McCaslin's attempt to centre. He's poked away by Gerard Adams. It's in the feet of Corey Nielsen, and he eventually goes back into the feet of Rod Stevens, and it kicks out of them, and Cardiff just give it away. Steve Simos tries to get it forward. Out-muscles Komarec, and then takes Gerard Adams into the corner. It's not going to be icing. Rovniak bides his time. Good stick handling skills by the Nottingham goalkeeper. Not something we've been used to in Nottingham. 13 minutes to go, second period. Gerard Adams is hurried and harried out of it. Nottingham have kept it in the zone. Ricochets off Richardson. Cook on. Nottingham get it in low. Gives the D a chance to change on the fly behind. A ricochet hit from Gerard Adams off Paul Moran. Nice dive by Danny Myers. Nottingham bring it forward. Patrico and Matt Myers. It's right across to David Clark. Well, he didn't have control and it worked to his advantage. He got round Cowley but then couldn't pull the trigger at the second attempt. Tries to go for the tip and Dion Darling knocks him down, and Oswald covers up on the save. 12-13 to go. Good pressure from Nottingham. Well, I don't know whether to give up on Chris Ellis joining us, Mike, but I've got a feeling he might have been on air till 6 o'clock. I was banking on you joining us in the commentary box for this one anyway. You were my first choice.
Oh, thank you.
You were first on the roster tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see if we've got any noise from the fans of the Cardiff Devils. And what about some support for the GMB Nottingham Panthers?
Well, there's about a dozen Cardiff fans in as Steve Machin tries to get some noise out of them as the referee works on the goal. The 2-0 scoreline being the worst one, Mike, is that because if you don't score next, the other team gets the momentum and it's only a 1-goal game and it's easy to have belief you can get back from 2-0?
Yeah, that's right. Like they say, I'm just going to what people tell me too. It's like a 2-goal lead. It's like you're up by 2, but just 1 goal for them, they're back in the game. So sometimes if you're up by 2, you think you're up by a lot more than just what the actual it is. So it's more of a mental thing than anything. So
Sean McCaslin's shot into the leg of Dion Darling, who's moaning and whining at his Sheffield best on Andy Carson. And now he's having another go at Andy Carson. Last time I looked, he didn't have a C on his shirt. Maybe I'm wrong. Good cycling there by Stevens, Cardarelli and McCaslin. And it led to a snapper of a shot off the leg pad of Dion Darling. That'll be icing. It's waved off. Well, the linesman's hand did not go up for offside there, and Neil Francis was beyond the goal line when it went in over the blue line. He couldn't have been any further in. If he'd been any further in, he'd have been in the Zamboni pit. He really would. He would have. If he'd been any further offside, he would have been in the Zamboni pit. 11:32 to go. We're approaching the halfway mark of tonight's game, sponsored by CH Sports. James Ferreira loses the draw with Mark Smith. Paul Sample can't reach it though. Surely that'll be icing this time. Yes, it is. That's one of the 3 rules the linesmen have to work on and study. We'll be testing and asking questions later. Announcer just giving CVS a plug for helping us with our cars. Corey Nielsen's quite good with cars, isn't he, Mike?
Oh yeah, I heard the latest little rumor about him and his little...
Yeah, after the game in Sheffield, he was going to drive up and see the folks up in Scotland. Yeah, he got about 20 minutes out of Sheffield. That happens when you put unleaded petrol in a diesel car. Spent the night in the car. Oh, there's a rebound right in front. James Cook can't flip it over. The pad of Osua. So he filled the car with unleaded petrol. Of course, it conked out. The AA came, told him to safety and said, you'll have to stay in the car till the garage opens tomorrow. The garage didn't open tomorrow. It was Christmas Eve. So eventually at midday, he got sorted and he got on his way.
Yeah.
He tells me he put every item of clothing in the cases on and he was still freezing cold in that car on the night because, of course, he couldn't even run the engine and get the heater going.
Yeah. Nice little expensive trip home, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Smith gets it into the corner for Cardiff. Needs a save from Babrea by Rusty. Ferreira gets it in, chips it forward for Simoes. And Simoes does enough to spoil it. Corey Nielsen gets it in low. David Clark gets there after coming on the fly. He flicks it into the corner. James Ferreira has a look, slips around the back of the D, backhand to Simoes. He's tripped up by Smith for his trouble. He's got an opportunity to pay him back here. Smith gets it forward to Babrea. And Babrea, blatant dive. He should give him 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct there, Andy Carson. He saw that, shook his head, so he knew it was a dive, didn't give anything. And now we are at 30 minutes, and Nottingham leading by 2-0. Mark Myers spins and takes it over. We bid farewell to Mike Rees. He's got relatives to look after. As Cardiff bank it down the ice, that'll be an icing whistle. And Mike Rees has gone off to see the in-laws, and Chris Ellis, I presume, has finished his shift at the BBC and joins me. Chris, what do you think of the game so far?
Absolutely amazing. 2-0 up, 2 great goals and cracking game.
Well, one was a cracking goal. One was a cracking goal. The first one, beautiful chip by Cardarelli to McCaslin. great pass centre, and Stevens just put so much steam on it. It was going to go in whatever Ottawa did. He got a piece of it, trickled over the line. Second one, Matt Myers to the far corner. Don't know how it went in. No idea. David Clark got the credit for tipping it, but it could have gone in off a defenseman's leg, the goalie, whatever. The fans will have to rewind the DVD and have a good look at it. But we were 2-0 up in Sheffield, and we need to draw the curtains and win this one. Gerard Adams jumped, long jump style, through the gate, spun midair and sat down on the bench just to avoid the too many men call. I like Gerard Adams. I'd have Gerard Adams playing for me. He's having a good game tonight for Cardiff. Cardiff could have scored 2 or 3 goals first period as well, Chris. Here comes Steve Simoes. Poke check from Jason Stone, enough to catch Nottingham offside. The rest of the line gets on. Paul Moran and James Ferreira. Ryan Schmier comes on with Corey Nielsen on D. And Corey Nielsen gives Simoes instructions once we get it over the blue line. Get in low. We're past halfway. Oh, it's bounced wickedly. Richardson. Rusty goes down and makes a great diving save. Not a great shot, but it made it look like a fantastic save. It was an awful shot.
Well, he hesitated there, didn't he? He didn't know really whether to come out or stay back. And in the end, I thought he was going to get caught between the two, but stay back he did in the end. And as I say, he made it look good. Not the best shot, but he keeps his shutout intact.
That was better from Iheanacho. Well, we squared it forward one way or another, and Steve Simoes gets a chance to latch onto it from Ferreira and Moran. Steve Simoes long range off target. Paul Moran gets there first, gets it in low, ties up Darling. Ferreira drops it to Paul Moran. Paul Moran drops it to Steve Simoes. Steve Simoes in the corner. Paul Moran shields it, keeps it, gets it in low to Simoes, gets it to Simoes. Oh, Simoes' pass was just too far forward for James Ferreira. Iheanacho poke check by Corey Nielsen. And Iheanacho just dumps it in. Corey Nielsen has all the time in the world, up off the boards to Patrico. Patrico right to the middle. David Clark, he's got 2. Goes upstairs. Double glove save. Double glove save by Ottawa. David Clark so close to adding what would have been credited as his second of the game. Beautiful feed by Patrico. First shot juggled up in the air, and as David Clark tried to bat the rebound in, Ottawa put the lobster pot all around it. 8:10 to go, second period. 2-0, Nottingham still lead. Well, Ed Patterson at that face-off draw with Matt Myers, anticipating the young Welsh-born, bred and trained player would beat him on the draw, as he has been doing, just whacked it. And it hasn't worked, because after a lot of bouncing around like a pinball, it's Matt Myers with the puck in the Cardiff Devils' end of the ice. Keeps it coming. David Clark keeps possession for Nottingham. Can't feed the front. Jan Krajicek gets it across to Danny Myers. We're offside there. And we haven't played it, and they'd stopped as though they were coming out, and the whistle went anyway. Linesman Young. Can't remember Young's first name. What is it? His dad's Terry.
The young lad?
Yeah, Young.
Oh.
Yeah, the young lad called Young.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
I'm trying to think now.
Lee. It's Lee, isn't it? Lee Young. What did you get for Christmas, Chris? You got a fantastic book, didn't you?
I did. You heard about it?
I've seen it.
It is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. It's a book of Chris Ellis and Panthers pictures mixed together with Chris as the bench coach from the All-Star game. It wasn't the All-Star game, it was the Hockey Stars for Hope game. And it's all mixed together, and it now means Chris Ellis has got a book to show his grandchildren of when he was a coach.
Yeah, it's great. It's got plenty of friends that I've made over the past few years. People like Dave Struch in there, Lee Ginman, Brian Thompson, Mark Godot, a few people like that. It's a treasured memory. It's a great present, and also testimony to how good a photographer Dave Page is.
Right, that's all the back slapping out of the way. I got a talking pen. I'm going to play it to your third period. We're going to see if we can play the talking pen third period. I got some other stuff as well, but the talking pen's a beaut. Audrey got me a talking pen.
What's it say?
It's Catherine Tate. It's all slogans from Catherine Tate. Not my favourite, but lots of good ones in there. 6:57 to go. Second period. Well, not employing different tactics from first period, just a little bit, and it's just enough to keep them in control. Penalty coming on the play against Nottingham, so Cardiff going to the power play.
Got a new top as well, got a new jumper.
Yeah, didn't they have your size? Didn't they have double extra large?
Better ask my little sister that.
All right, listen, I'm going to hold your microphone. Go and have a look at the red and white pen in that jacket. Go get it. Let's see if we can have some fun while Cardiff go on the power play. 6:48 to go, sponsored by CH Sports. Hockey shirts and merchandise. Be My Baby Elite League. It's in the inside pocket, Chris. He's looking over at me. There's an inside pocket, the red and white one. That's the one. He's got it. Now we'll have to go quiet. I'm not sure if this is going to work at all, but we'll just see if my talking pen can make its debut. We'll wait for the rink announcement to stop so it goes quiet. And we banked it down the ice anyway on the penalty kill. Here we go. Let's see if people can hear this.
Oh, that's all I need.
You think that's gone on the tape? I don't know. Oh, that's all I need. That's Grandma from Catherine Tate. I'm going to try and get that on my answer machine. Smith drops it off. Gerard Adams gets it across to point to Teplitsky. Teplitsky. Ooh, Sample was right in front for the tip. Rovnianek makes a great save. Great stop through traffic. That's his best save of the night, not the stack pads job, the diving job. 1:25 to go on the power play to the Cardiff Devils. I've no idea if you can hear the talking pen. We've got time to clear it. In fact, we've got time to build an attack. Short-handed. Krychek dumps it in. Let's see what she's saying this time.
What a liberty.
I think we got that one. On. What a liberty. It's bleeped, it's been censored, so we're pretty safe with it. Oh, great save! And Berbreyer on the rebound after the initial shot from Ionazo. Help Panthers clear the danger area. Cardiff have kept it in the zone though. 45 seconds to go on the power play. They're walking towards the net. They go close range, and it's down in front. And Panthers D men get it back. Well, Rod Stevens, the forward, working on D, gets it back to Rovnianek.
30 seconds left in the second period of tonight's game.
Oh, and Steve's trying to get the crowd worked up now. So you got a fantastic book, and I got a talking pen. We'll have one more go with a talking pen when it gets quiet.
I was going to say, it's a good crowd in again.
Yeah, it was good. We've worked hard though to build it for Boxing Day. We have done a lot of publicity. We've had lots of help from yourself on the BBC and my friends at Trent FM and Mick in the newspaper. I can't believe the two photographs in the programme tonight in my column, the juxtaposition of the two photographs of Mick Holland and the fountain from Rouen. I'm just amazed that the printers would do something like that. I'm just disappointed in them. Disappointed. Well, you can have a look at that in the interval. Well, the one-handed poke check doesn't work, but Jan Krychek gets it forward. Now we got a chance. No, we haven't. But there's only 5 seconds to go on the kill. Another good kill by Nottingham. Cardiff had one good effort on it, one good go on it. And now they get it forward, and Ryan Schmier is out of the box. Ricochets off Corey Nielsen. Joe Cardarelli stretches in and gets a piece of it. Then can't clear it. Ionazo gets it to Richardson on the short side. He goes in low. We haven't quite got the right personnel on there, but the shot from Ionazo is off target. Ed Patterson won't be happy with that. Cardiff turn it across the face, but only to Sean McCaslin, and Sean McCaslin gets it down the ice. Sean McCaslin is hooked from behind. We're going back to the power play. We won't be changing the lines. Let's see what she's got to say.
Oh, lad, goodbye. You are the darling child.
You are a darling child. That's Grandma.
On the old Andy Carson rules, would that not be a penalty shot?
Yeah, he made a mistake, didn't he? Let's not rub it in. He made a mistake that game where he called penalty shots left, right and centre and disallowed goals left, right and centre. It was quite fun. I didn't say it at the time, but when Clarkey got the credit for the second goal here tonight, the goal judge down there, is it Chris Smith? Well, it's one of the Smiths. He took great delight in turning the red light on after missing that one last time at home. Oh, big grin. Look, I've put the light on, everyone.
not had it their own way with goals, have we, this season? There was...
Three. We've had three
Manchester,
defining goals ruled out.
Here, Sheffield, one across the line in Sheffield. Spoke to Sheffield fans who agreed that it was over the line on the 23rd of December game.
Yeah. We need some luck. But there's a long way to go. This is a marathon, it's a league, and we're halfway. Matt Myers circles, gets it back to Clarkey. Jan Krajcek, his shot ricochets around after the interception, and Patterson finishes the clearance after Mark Richardson did a job to start it. 90 seconds to go on the power play. Jan Krajcek fakes the dot cross ice, tries to take it in, and does get down into the corner low. Gerard Adams can't get to it. Matt Myers doesn't get it to Krajcek, but Patrico gets a chance to flick it forward, uses his footwork skills again. He's been watching football on telly for Christmas. David Clark, can he ram one in? Goes high and wide. Trying to go upstairs. Corey Nielsen gets it in, gets it forward. Oh, the ricochet off Burbrayer is dealt with by Ossia. They've seen Matt Myers squeeze one out of nothing from the corner.
Come on, you Nottingham fans, put your hands together.
3:10 to go, 56 to go on the power play. It's not the most intense of games, but I can understand that in a way, because I just got a feeling that Nottingham are thinking, hang on guys, we were 2-0 up in Sheffield, and look what happened there. So let's make sure. All right, Danny Myers. Bounces off Cardarelli's stick. I think that's Komarek who got it all the way down the ice. Oh, Rusty, super skills, silky skills. Cheered by the fans and the bench. Rod Stevens gets it round the boards. McCaslin gets it round the boards to Joe Cardarelli. Joe Cardarelli gets it to Danny Myers. Back to Joe Cardarelli. Rod Stevens going into the front of the net area. McCaslin's in low. Corey Nielsen right across to McCaslin. He can't whack it. Dion Darling twisting and turning. Danny Myers scored a wonder goal in Sheffield. Flips that one in. They don't have to have total power on. Power play's drawing to a close though, but it's still 2-0 Nottingham. And so far we're up on what happened in Sheffield at the start of Christmas. We were saying, me and Mike Rees earlier, Chris, that win the next 3 games, take 7 out of 8 points across Christmas, and everyone will be happy going into the new year. But that drop point in Sheffield could yet come back to haunt us. Oh, it goes through his stick and legs. Danny Myers took his eye off it. They get back to full strength, and Danny Myers gets it in low. Gerard Adams has got Steve Simoes coming in. Steve Simoes pulls out the check when Gerard Adams turned his back on him. Nottingham have kept it in the zone. It's a defensive game plan here, gone a bit 1-3-1, as you'd expect them to, especially this line. Oh, clever work, works it forward. James Ferreira has a look, shot, save, rebound. Ferreira can't get to it, and Cardiff bank it down the ice. It's waved off because Jan Krajcek didn't keep it going, but he's just stick handles away from Rempel, is it? Yep. Clever play. If Rusty can do it, if the goalie can do it, the D-men should be able to do it. Matt Myers sidesteps Rempel, goes down the left channel. Patterson sees him go past and says, he's yours, Toplitsky, he's yours, too quick for me. Dion Darling bundles him into the boards. No call from referee Carson. I think that was a bit of a pat on the back from Dion Darling. Patterson tips it down the ice. This time Cardiff are called for icing. Well, Ryan Schmier and Dion Darling having a chat. Patterson goes over to Schmier. Well, Ed Patterson won't do anything. I promise. Have you ever seen Patterson have a fight?
Don't think I have.
No. Big guy. I've never seen him drop him. Rather than talk about him trying to stir things up there at Patterson, I'd rather talk about him at the blue line on the last shift where Matt Mize went past him like a ghost. And he said, oh, he's yours. Take him. Pass the buck. Patrico can't get to the corner. Darling's a bit fired up and does enough to get the puck to Patterson. Diagonal dump. Corey Nielsen gets a tip on it, and then him and Ryan Schmier collide. Ryan Schmier kicks it forward. Long range effort, gloved by Rusty. Now Richardson goes in on David Clark with the stick. Now son, that's cheap. Put the stick down on the ice, take the gloves off, take your helmet off if you want to have a go, like a man. Don't try and cross-check someone in the face after a whistle.
Great to see Ryan Schmier just going to sort that one out, really, wasn't he?
Oh, it was only a policeman's job.
Doing a true job that he does really well. Andy Carlson keeps his whistle in his pocket. Well, certainly in terms of penalties, there really should have been something there, don't you think?
Well, I'm not sure that there isn't, but the linesmen have both gone to the Cardiff bench. 32 seconds to go. We're playing the theme from the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, Ryan Schmier was good for me there.
Oh, fantastic.
Richardson was bad. Are you going to name the ugly one?
Could be a competition there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cardiff's attempt to get it in. Voth behind the bench. Yeah, okay, let's blame him.
Oh, he's not playing.
No, he's behind the bench. That's why Patterson's in the lineup. Have you not worked that one out yet, Chris?
I did think there was something odd.
Yeah. Well, we thought Voth might come back for this one, and Cardiff were hoping he would. Mark Richardson rips the shot in low. Good pad save by Rovnianek. And then Cardiff fluff it in low, and Jan Krajcek shields the puck. Works it on the boards. Turns away from Mark Richardson. Just runs the clock down. That's a hit from behind from Richardson, but possibly not with any malice in it. It's a goalless middle period. My thanks to Mike Rees and Chris Ellis so far. We'll have Chris on the microphone for the third period. And we'll be on in a minute as Coach Mike Ellis seeks a conflab with referee Andy Carson. I think he'll just watch the Cardiff Devils players leave the ice before Coach Ellis gets a word with the coach. We've got 20 minutes of Be My Baby Elite League action to go, I hope. Panthers lead it by 2-0 as Mike Ellis explains what Andy Carson did wrong during the second period.
Congratulations to Richard.
So you're not going to be buying one of those Steelers bed sets anytime soon?
Yeah.
And what was your first skate back out there like?
I felt like Bambi.
We're jealous of his hair.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it because yours is gorgeous like his, but...
Yeah. So, if you haven't seen the video, thank God it was bad cam work, because otherwise I probably would have got suspended for about 15 games.
I found an old program and a picture of him in there and photocopied it and gave it to him. I don't think he was too happy.
I don't know what happened to him over here, but it obviously wasn't good.
13 on Thursday, 11 on the rest is now from Rovnianek.
First period goals from Rod Stevens and David Clark. Big assist to Matt Myers on that second one though. Continue to separate the sides after 40 minutes of Be My Baby Elite League action. In this Boxing Day clash. Problem with a goal, and the linesman goes to see it. Lee Young watches from the blue line. Matt Darnell goes to try and sort it out. Chris Ellis with me in the commentary box has just had a surprise extra Christmas present from a fan. He thinks it was a bracelet.
And what do you think it was?
24 hours late. All right, they've sorted the goal out. It's back on its moorings. Its little rods are in the hole. And we're underway. Even strength at the start of the third period. Ooh. Well, we get away with it. And Matus Petrico sends it down for an icing whistle. Dion Darling touches it. Just 16 seconds gone on the first period. Jan Krajcek and Danny Myers having a little chat about what went wrong there. Well, we don't use the word like they don't in theatrical terms talk about the Scottish play by name, but it'd be wonderful if Rovnianek, even if it's a bit of a gift on the two misses first period that you didn't see, Chris, if he gets away with not letting a goal in. Great for the confidence as we get on the plane tomorrow night to go over to Belfast for Thursday's game. And of course Belfast have just lost 2 in a row to Curtis Cruikshank and the Basingstoke Bison.
We've won something like, what, 8 out of 10? Something crazy like that.
It's 8 out of 9, I think, or 7 out of 8, something like that. As long as we keep beating them, they can keep knocking everybody else off. That suits me down the ground. In fact, that's perfect. I mean, even Coventry dropped a point at home to Hull the other night. Joe Cardarelli out of the skates, goes left wing, tries the shot. Pad stroke blocker save. Corey Nielsen kicks it. Great first timer from Corey Nielsen. Teplitsky brings it forward. Corey Nielsen just gets in his face. Ryan Schmeer backhand only gets as far as Teplitsky, but he can't control it, and McCaslin helps it into neutral ice. Gerard Adams has it now for the Cardiff Devils. Plays it up the same channel. Poke check from Ryan Schmeer. Backhand from McCaslin hits Ian Azor in the leg, and then falls kindly for Nottingham. Rod Stevens. Oh, just a yard too far forward. And Corey Nielsen does enough. And just shakes it down.
Safety and courtesy reasons, please do not take your seats while the puck is in play.
And Rusty deals with it. Ryan Schmeer is just hovering just in case he was needed. 1:40 gone in the third period. And then Krajcek has been doing a lot of that in his own end, but getting away with it. The backhand pass to James Cook. Poke checked off his stick by Ed Patterson, but Nottingham just regroup. Long range pass. Oh, Kovalchuk slips up, and Steve Simoes has 2 goes, 1 low, and then flicks one, and Osua prone gets the glove up. Osua's having a moan and a dig, and he swung the stick at James Cook. All right, son, you made the save. Well done. Everyone's clapping you for making the save. But don't expect us to wait. Oh, you've made a save. Okay, we won't have a go for it. There's the whistle. When the whistle comes, you stop having a go. 17:53 to go. Panthers get it in low. Osua now fires it to the corner. Steve Simoes comes out, gets the shot away, in and out of the glove. It was probably wide anyway. Patterson gets it down the ice. Jan Krajcek tries to rob Rempel, and at the second attempt does with a big size 13 boots, and then turns it round the boards to James Cook. James Cook is hit, but turns and gets it forward to Simoes. Simoes has got Ferreira with him out on the left wing. Well, I'd have given offside against Nottingham there, but linesman Darnell said no. Now Simoes goes middle channel, gets it forward to David Clark. Now Nottingham are called offside when I'm sure they weren't.
Just going back to those saves from Asur, they were really pretty good saves. The first one was impressive. The second one, Simoes maybe will really think he should have scored. He did try and go top shelf. If it had gone a few centimetres higher, it probably would have been a goal. But Asur was agile enough and alert enough to go back and make the save. Simoes was struggling to get to the puck, but he did manage to, and it was a good save. I've been impressed by both netminders in the period and a half. Well, not even a period and a half. Sort of half of one period and a bit of another. I've seen both netminders impressing tonight.
Well, we're approaching the 3-minute mark. Oh, that's bouncing around. Teplitsky knocks it down with his glove. Fingertip end, actually. Corey Nielsen gets the poke check in, then deals with his man, Paul Sample. David Clark is bumped, but the puck comes round the boards. Matt Myers plays it off the boards, and Ryan Schmeer gets it forward into the skates to David Clark. He's got a chance to pull the trigger, doesn't get it away. There's a penalty coming against Mark Smith. Pad saved by Osua. It'll be a call for interference. It was behind the play, and Panthers go to the power play. Cardarelli, McCaslin and Stevens get an opportunity here to close this game out.
Yep, certainly have. Panthers' power play's been up and down just recently. Obviously, the game in Newcastle stands out. 3 power play goals inside the first 8 minutes, but then, well, they couldn't get anywhere on the power play the night later against the same team. So let's see which one turns up for this shift now.
Well, they've had nothing on the power play for 8.5, 9.5, 10.5 periods now. Dead right, Chris. Cardarelli. Krychek. Cardarelli. Through traffic. Oh, the rebound comes back off Cowley's skate, and also has to make one of his best saves of the night to deny the tapping kick at the back post. Cardarelli at the back post can't latch on to McCaslin's snap pass. Stevens turns. Cardarelli has a little bit more room. Sidesteps Jason Stone. Back to Danny Myers. Back to Krychek. Krychek to Myers. To Cardarelli. Cardarelli's not quite set. Not quite set. Couldn't get it forward in the direction he wanted it to. Cardarelli dives and one-hands it across to Krychek. Krychek sees everyone changing. Matt Myers falls down as he steps onto the ice. Mind it, son, it's slippy. Now Nottingham coming forward. Jan Krychek can't get the pass away to where he wants it to, so it's rink wide to Nielsen. Nielsen goes for the diagonal dump. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Attempted clearance, passes over 2 or 3 sticks and gets all the way down the ice from Kamarek. Corey Nielsen with it for Nottingham. 15 minutes to go in the game. Nottingham 2-0 up. Corey Nielsen to Matt Myers off his skates and banked down the ice by Cardiff. That'll probably be it. 15 seconds to go on the power play. You know, they're not the greatest team to visit as Cardiff Devils. They clearly don't like it here, but 2 points is 2 points. Morant to Simoes. Morant uses the boards, gets it in low. Gerard Adams uses the boards to try and get it out. Morant picks it off, gets it to Ferreira. Ferreira to Morant. Simoes, he's levelled in front of the crease. Back to Ferreira. Ferreira to Moran. Moran sidesteps Gerard Adams. Right to the front to Steve Simoes on the backhand shot. Blocker save. Good pressure. Paul Moran tries to set up Ferreira at the blue line. And he kind of gets in Ryan Schmeer's way. Schmeer goes all the way back now to deal with Paul Sample. Puck squirts free. Corey Nielsen has time. Uses the boards. To Ferreira. Ferreira into the middle chain. Little tip from Rod Stevens. Rod Stevens to Paul Moran. Paul Moran down on one knee. Not the first time he's done that in the last 7 days.
Yeah.
Do you see what I said?
Yeah,
Come on, Chris, wake up, wake up.
2 seconds later, got that one. Did he go down like that?
Under the Eiffel Tower, son. Under the Eiffel Tower. I'll tell you the story in a moment. It's funny. He won't mind me telling you. Oh, beautiful play. Rod Stevens, Cardarelli and McCaslin working together. And the net, and Ossoa did a good move there. He knocked that net off. Oh, the fans are booing. When Rusty does it, it's a good thing. So he's down on one knee, waiting for Tanya to say yes. He's asked the question. He's pretended to have a stone in his pocket. And one of the immigrants selling stuff comes over to him and says, "Buy a model of the Eiffel Tower, sir. Buy a model of the..." He says, "Excuse me, I'm in the middle of something here." You know, he's on one knee, he's got the ring in his hand in the box. "Buy a model of the Eiffel..." "Go away, go away." So the guy goes away, comes back. She hasn't quite given him the answer. He says, "She hasn't given me an answer yet, go away." Then she said yes. Hence the big cheer from the boys at training. Jan Krychek. Oh, floats one all the way. Clever stuff from Jan Krychek. Clever, clever stuff. Cardiff Devil had dropped down to block it. Great, great play by Big Jimmy, Jan Krychek. There might have been a tip in front, Chris. Don't care. Rempel went down and he floated it over the body. Danger area. 18 inches off the ice, in front of goal. Anything can happen. Panthers go 3 goals up.
Not sure whether, by the way, the celebration went, it was Cardarelli who maybe got the final tip. But you're right, a great loft there from Jan Krychek. The Panthers fans are all getting up and enjoying it now. 3-0. Surely this should be game over. It was a great move from Jan Krychek. We'll find out now confirmation of who did get the final touch.
Scored by number 37, Sean
Sean McCaslin got a tip, and Jan Krajicek gets the assist. So 4:06:28, the official time on the goal. So that left Cardiff with 13 and a half minutes to try and get something out of it. But to be honest, they don't look like they're capable of getting anything out of it, Chris. I don't think they're capable of getting anything out of this. Dion Darling has the puck. Osua in his crease, Paul Moran beyond him. They're going to have to take some risks now, Cardiff Devils, and the long stretch pass doesn't work. Paul Moran has it, backhand to James Cook. Let it go, son, let it go, pull the trigger. Circles instead, tries to set up Jan Krajicek into the back of the net with Paul Moran and Steve Simoes screening Osua, and we've gone from 2-0 to 4-0 in the space of seconds.
And that's all down to Jan Krajicek. What a good couple of minutes it's been for Jan Krajicek. That's his goal. It was probably hit harder than the last one. It's so direct again. Jan Krajicek goes and has a word with Rusty as well on the left-hand side at the stage end. Krajicek gets the goal, assist, I guess, to Moran and Cook. And a timeout is being called by, Brad Roth or Ed Patterson, doesn't matter which, but a timeout called by the Cardiff Devils.
I think it's Simoes and Moran drawing the assists on the goal. Great work. That line for me, I love, obviously I'm going to say about Paul Moran, but I just like the work ethic, and it rubs off. Simmer and him make things happen. They're those players, make things happen. Here comes the announcement. Jan Krajicek gets the goal. Oh, it is Cookie. Cookie gets the assist. Well done. I saw him looking at Simoes. I'm sorry. He's got cross eyes. It's Clarence the cross-eyed lion from Daktari. Do you remember that? No, you wouldn't.
I don't.
You wouldn't. No.
I'm not your age yet.
Good goal though. Good pressure. And Cardiff Devils take a timeout. They ain't going to get into this one now. 4-0 Nottingham. Well, Cookie falls over. Jan Krajicek, after playing a big part in 2 goals, then flicks it forward. James Cook gets it oh, it bounces and just drops. And Neil Francis puts the big elbow up on Paul Moran and gets done for his trouble. He's gone off. He's got the dead leg. Simoes and Darling behind the play. Paul Sample grabs hold of Paul Moran. Sams knows if anyone's going to double team him, he doesn't want Paul Moran waiting in the wings with Steve Simoes. Simoes having words with Dion Darling.
I think they're both going, are they?
Yeah, that'll be delaying the game or unsportsmanlike or something. Darling and Simoes get a sit down at, what's that, 48:05?
Solutions for accounting. Nottingham's award-winning Sage business partner, and the away team penalty box is sponsored by SDS, the best place in Nottingham to store your...
So, SDS, the best place to store information. And Solutions for Accounting. Get the plugs for sponsoring the 2 penalty boxes at Panthers home games.
2 minutes each for
Roughing. 2 minutes each for staring harshly and speaking out of turn. We're on 4-on-4. Teplitsky. His pass was just behind Smith. He couldn't collect it. Sean McCaslin can and brings it forward. Puts it through the legs. Joe Cardarelli circles. Ryan Schmeer with the long-range effort, sticked away. Oh, Joe had a big turning circle on him there, didn't he? He's come out the front and tried to snap it on the wraparound. And Osua gets the pads down. That was a big turning circle from Joe Cardarelli, wasn't he? The Canadian Italio legs were slow to turn there, bless him. We didn't play Move Over Darling last year because he played for us, but now he plays for Cardiff. It's fair call. Yeah. Patrico wins the draw. Stevens gets it to Danny Myers. From about there, he scored a wonder goal at Sheffield. Right to the back post, it squirts past everybody. They've knocked the net off its moorings, and he's going to give him one for doing it on purpose. He's giving him one for delaying the game. Panthers got the power play. Well, they can argue it all they like, it's given.
Going to be plenty of room on the ice as well. 4-on-3 power play coming.
Jason Stone has a sit down. So Panthers go to the power play at 48:56. Well, Andy Carson couldn't have been any closer to it. He must have seen it from what we saw. At the far end of the ice, we got pause on with the girls on the stage, the GMB Wildcats. Christmas is nearly over. The girls have come out of the Chrissy costumes. Well, 3 skaters for Cardiff. Jan Krajcek drops it off for Rod Stevens. Oh, right to the front. Soft one. Padded away by Osua, but Stevens goes and gets it. Jan Krajcek. He's on fire from there. To Rod Stevens. Rod Stevens has a look. Can Krajcek one-time it? No. Has to corral it. Danny Myers digs the pass out of his feet back to Jan Krajcek. Jan Krajcek to Patrico. Patrico to Dan Myers to Patrico. Fans on it. It's gone in low. Jan Krajcek uses one hand on the stick, then two, gets possession. Danny Myers brings it forward to Patrico. Patrico right to the front. Rod Stevens tip. Pad save. Great save. Great reaction save. Well, it stays power play. It goes 5-on-4 in 10 seconds. Matt Myers. Born, bred and trained in Cardiff, doing the business against them. Right to the front. David Clark tries to flick it off his skate. Smith. He's got Dion Darling riding shotgun. Danny Myers intercepts well. Gets it forward to David Clark. David Clark sends Steve Simoes and he's hooked from behind. That'll be a penalty. Smith then finishes the check into the boards. The whistle's gone. And Panthers will get 31 seconds of 5-on-3 power play and then more 5-on-4.
Yeah, good chance for Panthers to really run up a bit of a score here now. As you say, 31 seconds of 5-on-3 and then the extra man for another minute and a half after that. But certainly it's been a good third period for the Panthers. Let's hope that Rusty can keep his shutout as well to crown the night. 9.5 to go. And the Devils haven't really had a sniff from what I've seen tonight. And when they have, Rusty's been equal to the challenge.
Well, let's not take anything away from GMB Panthers. They had to bounce back from the game in Sheffield. They had a good skate this morning, and it's done them good. Shook off the turkey. Nielsen and Krajcek taking it in turns to fake the big shot. Joe Cardarelli has a look. McCaslin. Stevens knocks it down. Fakes the backhand off the boards. Takes it to the side himself. Now backhands to Nielsen. To Krajcek into the skate, though. Nielsen one-times it, blocker save, Patterson gets a chance to clear and does, and Devils get one man back. And Stone goes straight to the bench and leaves 4 more agile teammates on the ice on the penalty kill. They're just playing for pride now, Cardiff. We're in the last 9 minutes. Jan Krajcek is shot half blocked by Mark Richardson. Gerard Adams is robbed in the corner, but there's a penalty coming for hooking against Sean McCaslin. So it'll now be 4-on-4 for a minute, and then Cardiff will get a power play. We're at the stage now where you swing your attention to the other end, Chris, and protect the shutout for Rusty, don't you?
Yeah, quite. That would really, as I said earlier, that would really crown the night, wouldn't it? Would be what, his second shutout. Got one on his home debut against the Basingstoke Bison.
He's only let 1 goal in at home, hasn't he?
Yeah, quite. Just that Newcastle goal, wasn't it? Yeah.
The flipper.
And that was a
and we
rebound right on
we
his
at least
doorstep.
drew that game when the red light didn't come on.
Yeah, quite. But no, that was only a rebound when nobody was protecting his net and the lad was on the doorstep, Hinks.
Yeah. He's been lucky, let's be honest. But he earns his luck. And there's the end of the shutout. You mentioned the shutout word. I told you not to mention the word. 4-on-4, tipped in at the back door by Gerard Adams. And it's a 4-1 scoreline. 8:23 to go. 51-37. They've got some pride. And you know what? Anything can happen. So, you know, let's get fired up now, boys, and let's finish it. We don't have to worry about this shutout. Let's finish them off, because let's be honest, Chris, they haven't been great.
No, not from what I've seen. The old 4-on-4 curse strikes again, though, isn't it? Just like over time, Panthers' record isn't particularly great. 4-on-4 curse seems to strike again.
Ryan Schmidt loses his stick. Ian Azzo tries to go upstairs. Rusty's down on his knees and deals with it. 4-on-4. Patrico's got Paul Moran arriving, shotgun. Rebound doesn't come far enough out. Patrico got a bit of lumber on Ian Azzo, which just forced him to circle and go back. 7.5 minutes to go. Cardiff go to the power play. Deflection off Danny Meyer's stick. Jan Krajcek fires it around, but Devils keep it in the zone. They're trying to find something. This power play could make it interesting at the end. Deflected through traffic. Jan Krajcek. That must have been a long way up in the air. What is he, 6'5"? He put his arm up at full stretch and knocked it down. Smith recovers and gets it. His attempted deke forward is picked off. Jan Krajcek, that won't get... Oh, it does! Beautiful bounce. Don't you like it when the ice is a bit rough just below the Nottingham Arena sign? Well, Nottingham have swapped the lines quite a few times already on the kill, which is good at this stage of a game. It means you've got fresher legs out there. Tip right in front. Paul Samples had no luck in front of goal all game.
Tonight's 50-50 draw, sponsored by Temple Printing. First prize, 380.
6:39 to go.
Ticket number 0094.
4-1 the score. 2 seconds to go till Nottingham get back to full strength in tonight's game, sponsored by CH Sports. You going out tonight, Chris?
Am I going out?
Yeah.
Yes, I am, yes.
I thought you would.
Always do on boxing. Oh, we've got winners here.
Oh, they've won the 50-50 next to us. Oh, don't believe it. It's always next door. It's always next door to me.
And the Panthers are back to...
Panthers get back to full strength. You know what, I'll take the 2 points. Ryan Schmidt stick handles it forward, and beautiful pass to Steve Simoes. Steve Simoes tries to work it all the way in, circles, has a look, stick handles his way. Finally, Dion Darling says, go on then, I'll poke check you. James Ferreira tries to throw the hit on Dion Darling. He gets it forward to Patterson. Patterson spins and turns. Comes off Rusty. But Ryan gets it. And then James Cook gets it to Corey Nielsen, who takes the hit on the boards. And Simoes gets it forward, and James Cook follows in. Cardiff clear the zone. Nottingham caught offside. They swing out of the zone. Get back onside. We're in the last 6 minutes. 6 miles to go, boys. Let's dig deep. Finish it off. Well, that's got to be a too many men call, not given. That's the second too many men call the linesmen have missed tonight. Oh no, drops it off to the Cardiff Devils. Cowley squirts it along the backboards. Matt Myers, one hand. Well, David Clark's got to go for interference there. Stepped into the skating channel. Power play to the Cardiff Devils. Don't need a power play goal here to go 4-2 with a few minutes to go.
No, not at all. That really will give Cardiff some hope and think that they could pull out an amazing comeback. Keep this tight, Panthers. 4-1 obviously is very commanding, but a goal in the next couple of minutes with a 2-goal spread going into the final, 3.5, and suddenly there will just be 1 or 2 worries on the Panthers bench, but let's hope it doesn't come anywhere close to that.
54 minutes and 36 seconds gone. Panthers 3 goals to the good, but on the penalty kill again. Special teams have done it once for Cardiff tonight, 4-on-4. Jared Adams the scorer. Sample in the corner, spins away from Danny Myers. Backhands it into the corner. Oh, that's given away though by Berbrea. And between them, Petrico and Krajcek get it down the ice for Nottingham. Teplitsky sidesteps Petrico. Right across, under the stick of Sample. Sample fakes the shot. Sample even. McCaslin goes in to help Nielsen. There's a glove off. It's ours, Nielsen. Oh, he's just squirted through Jan Krajcek. And he's had a slash. It was Nielsen without the glove.
With help from CVS Vehicle Logistics.
I didn't work out who got the shot away there. Was it Berbrea again? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could have been.
Because I was looking at Jan Krajcek. Well, we got 5 miles to go, so let's get some ice on it, boys. Get him out there for a couple of shifts and then get it well iced. Rempel, long range through traffic. Save. He's covered up on the shot from Mark Richardson on the rebound.
It's great on those rebounds, isn't he, Rusty?
What, getting to the second shot?
Yeah, get into it. And it doesn't matter how he gets it, whether it be his pad, his leg, his ear. As long as something stops it, he'll put it in the way.
Yeah. Darling uses the boards to get it forward to Cowley. Cowley to one of the Richardsons. Cardarelli spins and turns it into the corner, but it's picked off by Mark Richardson. Ian Azor gets it back to Rempel. Rempel from a long way out. And it's Dion Darling jumping into the plane, trying to squirt one from a ridiculous angle.
Krajcek ready to come back on here.
Into the glove, held on. Dion Darling right at the office door.
Krajcek back on.
Now he just got a slash on the wrist. Sting for a minute, then it wears off. Then it'll swell up in about 5 minutes time when you stop moving it. Sometimes in the physio room after a game, the guys come in and say, I'm going to get a swell in there, and you can just see it. As the heat goes into the leg and what have you. You got to get the ice on it. It makes an incredible difference if you ice injuries straight away. Second bite at the cherry, gets it away. David Clark is ordered to go straight to the bench when his penalty's up. Rink wide for Cardiff to get it forward. Coach Ed Patterson gets lucky, gets it across to Berbrea. Nottingham clear the zone. And Clark on a circuitous route eventually ends up at the bench. He's never calling us for too many men. No, it's icing. Icing because Clark had stepped on. 3:13 to go. And because it was icing from our end, you can't change personnel. And they've got it wrong. They've put Clark back on and he'd got off for Paul Moran. And Clark is on the ice on the you can't change personnel. Simoza's been set. They've set the line back on that wasn't really on when it happened.
Yeah, Clark was off by the time it happened.
Clark was off, yeah. Well, he's called him for interference, hooking.
3 minutes 10 seconds left in tonight's Hereby Baby League game. Sponsored by CH Sports, hockey shirts and merchandise. Can we have a big roar from the GMB Nottingham Panthers?
Mark Richardson takes 2 minutes for hooking on David Clark with 3:10 to go, chasing a 4-1 game. That's game over.
You would hope so, and hopefully there'll be a power play goal just to crown the night off here.
Corey Nielsen. Lots of time. Rempel on the forecheck, skates away from him, turns away from him. It gives McCaslin the chance to bring it right wing. Right across to Joe Cardarelli. Tries to flick it past Darling and come out the other side. Cardiff get it away. Rempel, half robbed by Rod Stevens, then gets a shot away, but look where Rovnianek is. On the edge of his crease. Nothing left to shoot at. Covers up well. .245 to go. Well, CH Sports, of course, are based in Cardiff.
Here we go.
2-on-1. Clark and Patrico. Clarkey fakes it, fluffs it, gives it away. Jared Adams all the way down the ice. Krajcek has a look. Nielsen deflects the clearance from Krajcek onto Patrico. Patrico to Clark into the attack zone off the boards in low. Adams with Patrico. Adams deals with the man and hopes the puck comes his way. It doesn't. It's landed for Patrico. Oh, right to the front. Clark spins and turns and tries the backhand. It was awful. Short-handed. The centering pass from Bebrea is dealt with by Krajcek, and then Corey Nielsen mops up. Patrico gets it forward to Clark. It's under his feet. It won't come out for the big cannon. James Neal gets a shift on the power play. James Cook. It's the James gang. Ferreira, Cook and Neal on the power play in the last 2 minutes of the game. And with Danny Myers on defence, that's 4 Brits. Danny Myers just floats that one forward. And they've stolen it. Come on, James Ferreira. It's bounced around. Come on, Cookie. Well, they've drawn a penalty. They've drawn a penalty. The James gang have drawn a penalty. Just to rub salt in it. 1 second to go on the kill. And now it's a kill to the end of the game.
Yeah, whoever it was, one of the defensemen, I think it was, just basically cross-checked one of the Jameses. It was either Cook, Neal or Ferreira, but, you know, we've got the Myers, Clark and Patrico power play line out now. And Panthers will, as you said, Gary, end the game on the power play, 4-1 up.
Well, he broke his stick on the check. He broke his stick on the check. So it's got to be a 2 and 10. So he's got to go to the bin. He should go to the dressing room. Oh, yeah, he should. If he's on a 2 and 10, he's not going to take it. They're not going to score 3 goals, but even if they did, he's not going to take any further part in it. So whoever copped the 2 plus 10, number 87, which is Lukasz Komarec, he should be in the dressing room now, stripping off and having a shower.
Penalty to the Devils, number 87, Lukasz Komarec, 2 minutes and a 10-minute misconduct for checking from behind.
Yeah, he should be gone. He should have gone home.
87, 2 plus 10.
Richardson steps out of the box. It's still a 5-on-4 power play to Nottingham. We're in the last minute of the game. Nottingham have won it. They've won it comfortably. Needed to after the reversal in Sheffield. Good composite, solid performance from the G&B Nottingham Panthers. Matt Myers circles, has a look right to the back post. Corey Nielsen's shot goes behind the net. And Krajcek's off backhand up the boards. Patrico, nice pass. David Clark can't dig it out, but has a chance to have a look now. Walk it forward, son, walk it forward. How's a shot? Corey Nielsen in low to Krajcek. Myers. The bench is on its feet, celebrating. Patrico gets it forward. Jan Krajcek brings it out. 11 seconds, plays it back to Rovnianek. Rovnianek back to Krajcek. Running the clock down. We're in the last 5 minutes. It's all over. The fans get to their feet. It's Boxing Day. It's 2 points in the bag for the GMB Nottingham Panthers. Sponsors about to make their Man of the Match awards. I know you didn't see the first period, Chris, but your nominations for Cardiff, for example.
Well, it's tough to say really from what I saw. I always think that the lad Smith always impresses me at 91, Mark Smith. Defenseman again, Tyson Tablitsky. Certainly I like the way he goes forward. Netminder as well. I know it was a 4-1 game. Netminder made some good saves. So for what I saw, I'm going to go for Tablitsky for the visitors, and we'll wait and see for the Panthers. Once again, Rovnianek made the saves when called upon. So we'll wait and see.
It could be Rovnianek, it could be Krajcek. His name cropped up a lot. And for them, it might be Mark Smith, because he was involved in a lot of what they tried to do. Jared Adams had a solid game, but when doesn't he? Nothing special, but we'll wait and see who they've picked.
I think Krajcek or maybe the netminder for the Panthers.
Well, one thing we're going to find out is Corky from CH Sports. I have no idea what his real name is. He's just known as Corky, and he sponsored this game, and now they're going to announce his real name. So let's have a listen.
CH Sports by Andy Corcoran.
Corcoran, yeah, we were close. I thought it was Andy, yeah.
Mark Richardson.
They gave it to one of the Brits, Mark Richardson. Always a fair call when you're being hammered. At least give it to a Brit who's bust a gut for you. Nottingham, I think they'll give it to Krajcek. That's just my call. It was a good team effort from Nottingham tonight, though.
Number 2, Jan Krajcek.
Jan Krajcek gets the nod. We belt out Top Cat. Jan Krajcek gets the award. Someone in the box next to me got the 50-50. We had 4,500 and a handful in here to watch this on Boxing Day. It was a good game. I hope you've enjoyed this DVD presentation from the GMB Nottingham Panthers. My thanks to Mike Ellis and Mike Rees even, and Chris Ellis in the commentary box. Steve Wilkinson on the camera. This is Gary Moran bidding you a fond farewell. Our next one will be Manchester on January the 6th, but that song's going out again. It's 3 points out of so far at Christmas. Let's keep it going, guys.